everybody, today I'm going to show you guys how to make Kitty Cheshire's bed. So the first thing you're going to do is take some cardboard and measure your doll, and you're going to want to cut it into an oval, but on the two sides you're going to want to make sure that it's flat on the ends. And then just cut that out. And then once you're done with that, you're going to want to take another piece of cardboard and then trace one of the flat sides on the edge. And you're going to want to trace a half circle on top. And if you're not good at just like drawing it freehand, you could try finding something that's round and just tracing that. And then cut that out. On another piece of cardboard, tracing the little top of the circle, you're going to want to draw some cat ears out. And then cut out the little ears. That little piece that we cut out earlier off the cardboard, you can just throw that away. And then glue the half circle, and this will be the headboard for the bed. And now taking those little triangles, you're going to be gluing that to the top of the circle for the ears. And now taking some black paint, we're going to paint the entire thing black. And for the bottom of the bed, I just paint around the edge and a little bit inward, but towards the middle you don't really have to paint it black because it'll be covered with the bedspread, as you can see here. And now taking some black puff paint, I'm going to be outlining the edge of the headboard, the circle, and then the ears, just to give it a little dimension and make it stand out a little bit more. Now I'm taking some white puff paint. You could use normal white paint or just white paper. We're going to be making little lines on our ears. And this is what it looks like. And now taking some purple paint, which is Velvet Crush, and then on a piece of paper, pour a little bit of it, and then kind of brush it off your brush. And then we're going to dry brush the sides of our headboard and a little bit in the ears, just to give a little purple to it. And now taking some black yarn and some purple yarn, we're going to be taking out a length that we would need to hang our bed. You can cut a little bit more just in case. Cut the same amount for each color. And then we're just going to glue the ends together. And then just slowly intertwine them together until they're completely twisted. And then once you have one of those, we're going to glue it to the corner of the bed. And then I made another 3 of those for each side. And now taking some purple fabric, we're going to be measuring that around the bed, and you're going to want to make sure you sew it rounded. And now taking some purple tulle, and this is actually how you create a bed skirt if you don't feel like buying one. Taking a needle and thread, you're just going to start weaving the thread in and out, just making little stitches all the way to the end. They don't have to be really evenly spaced, they can just be kind of easily done, it doesn't really matter. Now the length of your strip of tulle will become smaller because we're just going to start gathering the fabric and then it'll create nice ruffles. So the length of the strip you had will become a lot smaller, so keep that in mind when you're cutting your tulle. And then just pinching it and pulling the fabric until you get the ruffles that you want. And then once you're done with that, you're going to cut the strings and then using some tacky glue, just glue them down. I like doing this instead of tying knots just because it's a little bit quicker, and you could even use hot glue. You're just going to end up gluing it and no one's really going to see it anyway. And when we're using tacky glue or hot glue, you want to put glue on the string and then fold in the fabric. And then I like to take a small little clothespin and then put that just to make sure it'll hold. And now with the tulle, we're going to take the end and you're going to glue it to the edge of the bed. And we're going to go all the way around. And then when you're gluing it, I recommend putting something underneath. So I just took some tins that I put underneath so it could stand up. It's easier to glue. And then for my bedspread, because with the strings, it wouldn't quite lay flat, so I just cut little slits to where the strings were so that the bedspread would lay flat. And then I ironed the bedspread. And now we're going to move the bed into our room and take those strings and you're going to tie them around those branches that we left on the top of the room. Now taking 2 wooden dowels and some paper clips, or you could use wire. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue the wooden dowels into a little V shape. And then I just used some wire and wrapped it around to make sure it was more secure. And then we're going to glue that underneath the bed, making sure that when the wooden dowels touch, they're touching the corner of the room. And then glue the ends into the corner of the room. So that it'll keep the bed in place and that when you set the doll on top, it doesn't weigh it down. And with the extra string, I just decided to keep wrapping it around going down, and then I just glued it at the end. And this is what it looks like. And for underneath the bed, I just found a hairbrush that was actually the perfect height, but you could just use some cardboard. And this will help to support underneath and towards the front of the bed. And then what I did to make it a little bit less noticeable was I had some scrap paper from the floor, and I just cut it and folded into the right shape, and then just glued that onto the hairbrush or cardboard. And then I just added the pillows. I have 2 silver ones, a black one, 2 purple with black lace, and then a white round one, which the video for the round one is in my Lizzie Hart's bed tutorial. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any requests or questions, just comment down below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!